Ever tried a drum solo with chopsticks? No? Well, let me show you how it's done, or rather, how it's not done. Picture this, a wide-eyed traveler, fresh off the plane, diving into the heart of Asia. Our protagonist, let's call him Bob, has a heart full of adventure and a stomach craving for sushi. So, Bob finds himself in a quaint sushi bar, the kind where the sushi chef's knife moves faster than lightning, and the scent of fresh seaweed fills the air. Bob, determined to immerse himself fully in the Asian experience, decides to abandon the safe confines of the trusty fork and knife and venture into the realm of the chopstick. Now, chopsticks, as we all know, are a pair of slender sticks, deceptively simple, yet holding the power to turn a peaceful meal into a scene of comic chaos. With an optimistic heart and a shaky hand, Bob picks up his chopsticks. A hush falls over the sushi bar. The clinking of glasses and the sizzling of tempura fades into the background as Bob makes his first attempt to grasp a sushi roll. His chopsticks clatter loudly against the plate. The sushi roll takes a leap of faith and lands back onto the plate. And Bob, our dear friend, ends up performing an impromptu drum solo on his dinnerware. We've all been there, right? Trying something new and making a fool of ourselves. But hey, that's part of the fun. The sushi bar breaks into laughter. The sushi chef chuckles behind his counter. And Bob turns a shade of red that rivals the spiciest of wasabi. But in true spirit of an adventurer, he laughs along, picks up his chopsticks, and tries again, and again, and yet again. And that, my friends, is how you give an unscheduled performance at a sushi bar. Because in Asia, it's not just about the destination, it's about the journey, the laughter, the occasional embarrassment, and the joy of embracing new experiences, one sushi roll or drum solo at a time. So I think tongue twisters in English are hard. Try saying, how many sheets could a sheet slit a slit if a sheet slitter could slit sheets in Mandarin? I bet you've tried to pronounce a foreign word and ended up saying something completely different. It's all part of the journey. Now let's dive into the playful world of Asian languages. Imagine a cheerful tourist in Tokyo attempting to recite a Japanese tongue twister. Namamugi, namagome, namatamago, she says, turning it into a delightful salad of syllables. And who hasn't mispronounced a foreign term with hilarious results? Picture a brave soul in Seoul wrestling with a Korean tongue twister. Galbi, kalbi, kalbi, he stammers, accidentally ordering a triple serving of Korean BBQ ribs. We've seen people in Beijing battling with Mandarin, their tongues tangling and untangling with every tonal shift. And who could forget the visitor in Vietnam, vainly voicing a Vietnamese verse, ending up inviting everyone to a wedding? It seems in Asia, every language lesson comes with a side of laughter. So remember, when in Asia, it's not just the food that can be spicy, the language can too. Who needs amusement parks when you've got tuk-tuks and rickshaws? Buckle up, folks, because the streets of Asia are about to give your favorite roller coaster a run for its money. Now, imagine this. It's your first day in Bangkok, and you've decided to take a tuk-tuk to the Grand Palace. You tell the driver where you want to go, he nods, and off you go. But hold on tight, because these three-wheeled wonders have a knack for zipping through traffic like a fish through water. You didn't just sign up for a ride, my friend. You signed up for a high-speed chase, minus the dramatic background music. At this point, you may be asking yourself, who else gets from a little bit of danger? It's like a roller coaster ride, but with more honking. Or maybe you're in India and you've decided to hop onto a rickshaw. Just when you thought traffic laws were universal, your rickshaw driver proves you wrong, weaving through traffic in a daring dance with danger. Left, right, up, down, back, forth. It's like a game of Tetris, but with vehicles. You're holding your breath, clenching your teeth, praying to every deity you know. And all the while, your driver is casually chatting about the weather. And let's not forget the infamous motorcycle taxis of Vietnam. These two-wheeled chariots are the masters of the road, darting in and out of lanes with the agility of a cat. You're clinging onto the driver for dear life, your heart pounding like a drum. But hey, at least you're getting to your destination record time. And that's how you get from A to B in Asia. Not just a journey, but an adventure. So, are you ready to trade in your roller coaster for a rickshaw ride? In Asian markets, the price isn't the only thing that drops. Your jaw will too from all the laughter. Now picture this, you're in a bustling market, surrounded by a kaleidoscope of colors, a symphony of sounds, and an array of aromas that make your taste buds dance the cha-cha. You see a beautiful hand-woven scarf that you absolutely must have. You ask the vendor for the price, and he tells you it's $50. You gasp, choke on your bubble tea, and your eyes widen like you've just seen a unicorn doing the tango. But you're not fazed. You've watched enough travel shows, and your bargaining game is as strong as a cup of Vietnamese coffee. You counter with $10. The vendor looks at you like you've just suggested he swap his shop for a pet rock. This is where the fun begins. You start to haggle, throwing numbers back and forth like a tennis match at Wimbledon. The vendor, a seasoned pro, keeps a poker face worthy of a Las Vegas casino, while you try to keep a straight face, but end up giggling like a school kid. The banter becomes a spectacle, attracting a crowd. You're not just bargaining anymore. You're putting on a show. We've all had that moment where we're trying to get a good deal and end up laughing at the absurdity of it all. It's all part of the experience. You pull out all the stops, even pretending to walk away, only to call back with a better offer. In the end, you get the scarf for $20. You've won, or have you? The vendor winks, making you wonder if he got the better deal after all. But it doesn't matter. You're not just walking away with a scarf, you're leaving with a story, a memory, and a good belly laugh. So, the next time you're at an Asian market, remember, it's not just about getting a good deal, it's about enjoying the ride. When it comes to festivals, Asia doesn't just light up the sky, it lights up your life. Imagine a place where you can celebrate a festival every day of the year. Welcome to Asia, where every day is a party, and every party is a riot of color, sound, and absolute hilarity. Let's start with the Holi festival in India, also known as the Festival of Colors. This is the one day when everyone looks like they've lost a fight with a rainbow. The streets are awash with vibrant clouds of colored powder, and everyone is fair game. But here's a tip. Don't wear your best clothes unless you want them to become a permanent work of abstract art. Who else loves the chaos and joy of a good festival? It's like being a kid again, but with more glitter. Then there's the Water Festival in Thailand, also known as Songkran. It's essentially a nationwide water fight where being drenched from head to toe is a sign of good luck. Forget the water pistols. In this festival, people come armed with buckets, hoses, and even elephants. It's the perfect way to cool off. But remember to waterproof your belongings, or you might find your smartphone taking an unexpected swim. Moving on to Japan, they celebrate Hanami, the cherry blossom festival. Now, you might be wondering, where's the humor in quietly appreciating the beauty of blooming cherry blossoms? Well, imagine a group of people trying to have a serious philosophical discussion about the fleeting nature of life, only to be interrupted by a rogue pedal in someone's cup of sake. Finally, let's not forget the Lantern Festival in China. Picture thousands of glowing lanterns floating up into the night sky, carrying people's wishes with them. It's a breathtaking sight, but every now and then you'll see someone who's so busy admiring their lantern, they don't realize they've set their own hat on fire. From color wars to water battles, philosophical pedal interruptions to flaming fashion faux pas, Asia's festivals are more than just a cultural experience. They're a comedy show where everyone is a performer. So if you're planning a trip to Asia, remember to pack your sense of humor. It's going to be a riot of laughter. And now for the main course, a hearty serving of laughter with a side of bloopers. In the grand banquet of life, it's often the unexpected moments that add the most flavor. And in our journey through Asia, we've had our fair share of unscripted hilarity. Remember when we tried to pronounce that tongue twister in Vietnamese? Or when our rickshaw took a detour and we found ourselves in the middle of a boisterous wedding procession? And who could forget the time we bit into what we thought was a sweet dumpling, but it turned out to be a fiery, hot, chili pepper. Each of these delightful detours was a spice added to our travel, making it all the more memorable. These bloopers weren't just mistakes, but precious ingredients in our recipe for joy. Life's full of unexpected moments, isn't it? But it's those moments that make the best. So, what did the traveler say after circumnavigating Asia? I'm disoriented. Welcome to Press Start Living. We are your window to the daily rhythms and rich cultural tapestry that make this continent an endless source of fascination and wonder. What we offer are daily life vignettes, from morning markets in Hong Kong to the neon-lit nights in Tokyo. Experience the everyday wonders of Asian life. Cultural deep dives. Learn about the traditions, festivals, and customs that define and distinguish each Asian culture. Travel guides and tips. Comprehensive advice for English-speaking tourists, expats, and residents. Food journeys. Savor the flavors of Asia's diverse cuisines, from street food gems to fine dining delights. Expat chronicles, local interviews, and local hidden gems. Stay up to date. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Share your thoughts, ask questions, and engage with fellow viewers in the comments section.